Hey guys, day 25, math with grandma, and our mathematicians are people too. Our mathematician we're going to meet today is Galileo, and he lived like 500 years ago. He was an Italian astronomer who made a notable contribution to mathematics as well. And he helped introduce the scientific method, which emphasizes the importance of both experiments and theory. So when we talk about doing science, I always say, I think about why I want to do something and prove it. He helped theorize all that. So how big is it? Oh, this is a capybara. It is the biggest rodent and can weigh 150 pounds. And like other rodents, its front teeth keep on growing, and it keeps on gnawing. It lives in the westlands of South America. Biggest dog, a mastiff. It can weigh 250 pounds, and it would take you for a walk. Kind of like how the new puppies at Holly and Chaz's house are going to take you guys for a walk. All right, a little bit more about banking. You guys have been putting your pennies and nickels and dimes and quarters in your piggy banks. And we talked about that yesterday, that it used to be in a clay pot called a pig, which then people started going, oh, pig, P-Y-G-G, oh, P-I-G. Let's make a bank that looks like a pig, which is just kind of funny. That's called savings. But if I put my money in the bank actually pays me a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. That's called interest. So my money grows and gets bigger. That's called savings. And that's a savings account. A passbook account is you make a deposit and it's put in your notes and things. A CD or certificate of deposit, I can't use it anytime I want. I have to wait for like 18 months or 2 years, and then I get a larger amount of money. I can also have a money market account. It's similar to checking, but it bears interest, and you usually can only write a few checks, and you have to keep a minimum amount. Then there's things like an IRA that we use for savings for when we retire. Why do banks pay you for looking after your money instead of you paying them? Well, because by putting your money in the bank, you're really letting the bank use your money for a while. And the bank can lend your money to someone who wants to borrow it, and then the person has to pay the bank interest, but he or she pays the bank more interest than the bank pays you, so the bank earns money. So is interest from loans the only way a bank earns? No, mostly they earn money by charging customers for other services besides loan and investing their own money. Banks are not required to open accounts for everyone who applies. They may require identification and verification of the person's identity and job, and they may have restrictions on other things. But I opened my first banking account with Grandma and Grandpa before I was in 4th grade. And I started with $10, which wouldn't be much today. But it was kind of fun to have my own personal banking account when I was little. All right, weighing and measuring. Now we're going to talk about weighing things and measuring things like liquids. And for that, again, we do ounces, but then we talk about cups and pints and quarts and gallons. He's using a teaspoon and a tablespoon to measure some milk. That's a little amount. I usually buy milk by the gallon, sometimes a half gallon. And milk is put in big, long trucks. And in our area, Central Dairy down in Jeff City, where we get the ice cream, makes milk too. And it gets trucked all over the place in big tankers from the farms where the cows come. Oh, fluid ounces versus solid ounces. Oh, who doesn't like some liquid Hershey's chocolate? And I can measure it by the liquid ounce or by the cup. A cup does not mean a glass or a cup from your kitchen. It means 8 fluid ounces when we talk about measuring. And a liquid measuring cup has a lip on it, and it measures differently than a solid measuring cup. And when you get on a liquid measuring cup, you have to get down on the level to see if it's actually the right amount. looking at it from the top or the bottom, you can't actually see where it is. You have to look right next to it to see if it's truly level. Circus shapes. This sounds like fun. By Stuart J. Murphy, illustrated by Edward Miller. I don't think we've seen one that's been illustrated by him before. The circus is in town. And we all get to go. See some shapes. Most circuses are a 3-ring circus. And a ring is usually a circle. The wheels got circled. I see some rectangles here. Our seats are way up high. We are ready for the show. There's the circus master. Ringmaster arrives in a funny little car. Whoa, a man on stilts walks in. He's a favorite circus star. Elephants make a circle and they march around and round. Find other circles? The circus band starts playing. The tent fills up with sound. Let's see some more circles. Tuba is a circle. The bass drum is a circle. The front of the trumpets and the top of the tubas are all circles. Ooh! While horses make a triangle. There. 3 comes and 3 sides. 3 corners, 3 sides. Triangles. Oh, and the backs of their outfits have triangles on them. The clowns are pulling wagons. The dancing dogs get rides. Oh! Some monkeys make a square. The 4 sides are all the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides, 4 corners. The lions start their roaring. They aren't very tame. Circles. Diamonds. The bears form a rectangle, 2 sides short, 2 sides long, 4 corners. Acrobats are twirling to a special circus song. Circus shapes are everywhere. The tent is all aglow. So do you see some rectangles? How about some triangles? How about some squares? How about some circles? What can you find around the house today that are all those shapes? Circles, squares, triangles, rectangles. Enjoy your day of finding shapes. I have to have moms take some pictures of what you're finding that are circles, squares, triangles, and rectangles and send them to me.